Hello guys and welcome to KlausGaming. Today we're going to take a look at Path of Exile, and that's an action RPG in the style of Diablo. And word on the street is that this is the spiritual successor to Diablo 2, which means that it's a lot more complex than Diablo 3, but it's the same genre of game. And this is completely free to play, and monetization is done right. That means that nothing is pay to win or pay to progress. The only thing you can buy in this game is cosmetic items. Everything else you can access through just playing the game. No content is hidden behind a paywall. So let's get into Path of Exile and see if we like it. Let's check it out.
Attention, prisoners! For your crimes against Ariath, you have been exiled to the forsaken continent of Wraeclast.
So apparently we are exiles. We are going to arrive at the continent where we are exiled to very shortly. So here we can pick a class, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes. This looks like a mage. This looks like a rogue. This looks like a tanky melee character. This looks like an archer. And this looks like a pirate or a swashbuckler with a rapier. So it's probably a dexterity-based damage dealer. What is this? A witch?
They were right to fear me. If only they had listened to their cowardice. Had they not taken my home with fire, I would not have taken their children. Now I'm banished to Wraeclast. I've heard the dark rumors, seen the terror in the other exiles' eyes. But to me, one land is like any other. The elements are my allies, the dead are my servants, and fear will be my closest friend.
I like it. That's a pretty neat backstory, and that is indeed a witch. She took their children as revenge. So I think that I'll go with a melee character for this, because I haven't played the game before, and playing a character like a witch is probably going to be more difficult, because you have to place your character right in certain situations, and I don't have any idea what the monsters can do and how they apply damage to me. So I'll go with a melee character.
I am a warrior. I was born to fight, raised to defend my tribe. Now, I have been taken from my people, chained and exiled by cowards who fear death. Death is my brother. I do not fear him. I see him in the eyes of the men and beasts that I kill. I feel him traveling beside me to this new land, this Wraeclast. He will take me to meet the ancestors when I am ready, and I am not ready.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfectly fine tank that we can use to figure out what this game is all about. So you shouldn't die quite as easily. This guy's name will be Arnold, which already exists. So this guy's name will be Taruk. Taruka. So here we are. You have entered the Twilight Strand. So let's go pick up this club. So our character is slowly getting up. There we go. Let's talk to this dying exile.
Bastards dumped near 24 of us off that ship. You and me were all that survived the swim. Never was much difference between exile and the death sentence. Once I catch my breath here, we'll take a look around, see what Wraeclast has on offer. I thought I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. It could be worth checking if there's...
So here's a walker from the Walking Dead.
When I kill a man, he stays dead.
So we picked something up there. What was that? Heavy Strike. Deals 150% of base damage and knocks enemies back on hit. 25% reduced enemy stun threshold. So this is a gem, and we can socket the gem into our weapon like this, and that ability that the gem contained will now be in our weapon, and you can see we can socket 2 more gems. So you have a lot of different options for building a character. You can build the character basically exactly as you want. We picked up a staff there. So now I can use the heavy strike on my right mouse button. So the graphics here are mostly brown and grey, and it's looking very bleak. So this atmosphere here is much more bleak than in Diablo or Torchlight. So we right click a flash to heal. Let's have a look at the map. The map's pretty bare bones. So I can see that my flask actually recharges, because it's almost fully recharged now. So I can use it again. So that's you don't have to go refill it. It just recharges. A lot of guys here. Maybe I should retreat a little bit, heal up, go hit them and retreat again, so they don't all hit me at once.
I live to see another dawn.
Yeah, this world is very gritty. There's not a lot of color in this world. But there's a lot of blood and grit and survival and magic. You gained a skill point when you leveled up. Click here to use your skill point. Wow. This looks like the Milky Way or something like that. That's abilities. All of this is abilities. What the hell? I need to check. There's nobody coming for me. I think I'll just take out this guy before I look at the ability map, so he doesn't come and eat my brain. Alright, so let's take a look at this again. This is just crazy. This is enormous. This is a very complex game. So I can go down these two skill trees for now. The first one is life and armor. Increased armor and increased life. This is damage. So I think I'll go with the survivability for now. So I'll get this. Go down this tree a little bit, so we can survive for longer out in the wild. This little guy is running away. Come here. I already like the game. I like the setting is so grim. This is like a contrast to Torchlight, which is very cartoonish, and Diablo, which is also gritty but in a colorful way. In here you just get the feeling that you could die at any time. Hillock, this is a boss. Let's duke it out, Hillock. Zoom in a little bit on this boss fight. Yeah, you're no match for us, Hillock. I can take you out. Your skill gem can now be leveled up by clicking on this button. Okay, so I can level up the skill gem. That's another layer of complexity right there. So what did we find? Leather cap. So I can use a scroll of wisdom to identify this item. Should probably do that. It has an evasion rating of 17, reflects 4 physical damage to melee attackers. That's very useful. I wonder if I can apply this enchant a magic item with a new random property. So now we got some increased stun recovery as well. Found another club. This has 20% increased stun duration on enemies. It does 11 to 16 damage, so it's much better than what we have. So we wonder if we can just right click on the gem and then we can move it over here. So that's not a big problem. Just switch to this club immediately. So now we are rocking a two-handed club. That's just how we roll. So here we are in the city, apparently. Let's talk to Miana, level 2. Oh, that's another character. Can't talk to her. So here's a couple of guys. Quest givers, Nessa.
Kalamoana, marauder of Namakanui. No need to be surprised, Karui. My father and I were amongst those who tried to save your people from ignorance and damnation. My father paid for his arrogance with his life. I'm still paying for mine. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. Be careful in the days to come. Karui's savagery is nothing when compared to the ferocity that is Wraeclast. Lionel's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
So let's sell the items that we are not planning on using. I actually want to keep this because I want to see if I can switch between the bow and the club. I'm not going to be using this. So if I CTRL left click on it, it's moved to the selling window. I'm not gonna be using the dagger either. This is a wand. Magic, we're not gonna use that. This is obsolete for us. Okay, so she doesn't offer gold, she offers scroll fragments. A stack of 5 fragments becomes a scroll of wisdom. We use scrolls of wisdom to identify the stuff that we find. A stack of 20 shards becomes an orb of transmutation. Alright. Well, that's what we get. Let's go talk to Bestel over here.
A mighty marauder, marooned on a moribund mainland. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, lad. You could gut a bloke with a look like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me. Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. And what a sickly, pathetic brood we are. May she live to have her own family, a real family. If anyone deserves that, Nessa does.
Let's just ask about the drowned dead.
Arrow, the Merry Gull's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was, buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. A little worse for wear, but upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Wraeclast.
Alright, so the dead come back to life. Here's a notice board. It's public parties. You can create a party, the skills and the friends. So we'll skip that for now. There's a guy here with a quest as well.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, don't tell me. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us the moment his blackguards dumped us in the water out there. Just live or die now. Here, have one of these. and no need to thank me. I'm thinking of myself and the others here. The longer we fighters live, the longer everyone lives.
Skill gems should be placed in sockets of the appropriate color to grant your skills. You can right-click a gem to remove it from a socket. We already knew that. So we get a reward. We can select only one. We have a 1 red socket. Deals 80% of base damage. Dual wielding. That's not what we're going to be doing. Additional projectiles. 60% of physical damage converted into lightning damage, deals 110% of base damage, base duration, yeah, and some explosion. That sounds pretty neat. Let's use that. So we can ask him about the Lion Eyes Watch, which is the little city here we are in.
The walls of this old ruin. Lion Eyes Watch. Defensible enough with a few stout, well-armed veterans. But what have I got? Starving exiles with driftwood clubs and rusted dirks. Still, there's the waypoint. A piece of locomancy. Couldn't use it till I found another one out in the mudflats under a rower's nest. Step on that one and you're back here in a flash. Though I spill my lunch every time I use the damn thing.
Alright, so let's move on. Let's go see if we can do some of these quests. So I think these are quest markers. So let's head over here. I think we have to go through here to the coast. Let's take a look at our character
This
here.
land is wounded.
The gritty feeling and the art style reminds me a little bit of Dark Souls. That's a cannibal. Who wants to eat me? You can eat my club. This club hits like a freight train. It feels very visceral to hit. It's actually quite nicely done. I'm already getting into the Diablo feeling here. I want to hit everything with my giant club and steal their stuff. Yeah, it looks great when you hit stuff in this game.
Is gone.
So now my club is using mana as it hits because of that skill gem. It's applying electrical damage. Got some loot. Let's check this guy as well. Some iron greaves, portal scroll. This is the same as what we have. There's nothing useful there. Let's see how far out in the ocean we can go. I can't go further than this. So swimming is not for us.
Die here. I will do something.
So let's level up the gem. We got an ability point. See what we can do here. We have 2 paths, or we can pick this again, I guess. So I want to get some more damage out of my club. 16% increased melee physical damage. Let's apply that. So now I can do an ability on the middle mouse button. Strike your enemies with a melee weapon, building up static energy on you. This energy damages enemies around you when it expires. Okay, so that's useful when there's a lot of enemies. Let's go check it out over here. Press the middle mouse button. And then I get a static charge that explodes. Pretty much just have to land one hit on these guys and they die. There's some kind of boss sorcerer over there throwing raining fire on me, so I have to retreat. Oh, let's run. Fire Fury.
My mana is gone.
So here we found some orange gauntlets. Maybe that's legendary. We also found a scale vest, armor rating 19. That's better for our kind of character. Should identify these. Wow, they have a lot of extra enchantments. Increased attack speed, which is very useful because we have a two-handed mace. And yeah, let's use those. They actually had a drawback, 10% reduced maximum mana, but it doesn't matter that much for us because we are more of a melee build. So I can use another weapon here. So I want to put the bow up there. I just need to figure out which one is best. They're apparently pretty much the same. I don't know if I need to equip any arrows or anything. So now I have to figure out how to... Alright, so weapon swap is X. So I can swap weapons here. So I can... sort of kite them a little bit, and then I can switch to the mace. But these monsters are very aggressive, so I don't know how useful it is to run around with the bow first. If they run straight for my face anyway. It seems now that I have more HP, I use more of the flask when I heal. There's something over there, a book. Let's go check it out.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his back, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words. Hyri's arrows withered their pride, Kalm's axes silenced their despair. Marseilles Lion-eye fought bravely to the last. Kalm honored him with a place on his belt. Kalm has shown Wraeclast our Karui strength. Kalm will teach Wraeclast the Karui way.
Alright, so there's a little story there. And I think the voice acting is okay in the game as well. Did I miss anything here? If I press Alt, I can see all of the stuff that I missed picking up.
I cannot carry this.
We can't carry anymore. Oh, there's a quiver here. That we can equip. Adds 1 to 4 physical damage to attacks with bows. Did we miss anything important? There's a portal scroll. Iron Greaves. think that the ones that we have are better. So let's head back into town and sell the stuff that we just picked up.
Still alive, are we?
Yeah, we're still here. I don't know if we should identify this before we sell it. I only have one scroll of wisdom left and I'm not going to be using this, so I don't know. Let's just sell it. There's a portal here, or waypoint. Okay, so apparently the game is divided into acts. This is Act 1, like we know it from Diablo. I guess we can fast travel when we've explored these areas and go to them. Mercy mission. Bestel has informed you that his ship beached on a tidal island containing a medicine chest. Find it and take it back to Nesan town. Enemy at the gate. This quest we already completed. That was to slay Hillock. This is where we came to the island. This is where we're exploring now, and we haven't been to these two. Alright guys, that's all for the first look at the Path of the Exile. I think it's a very promising game. I think I'll play it more, and maybe I'll continue with this character, or I'll do some tip videos or strategy videos later. We'll just have to see. Let me know in the comments what you think of the game if you have already played it and if you would like to see more. I'll catch you guys next time.